We have mapped the moon. We have sent machines to Mars. We have launched spacecraft beyond the edge of our solar system. And yet, here on Earth, there is a world so vast, so dark, and so hostile that we have barely seen it. It covers more than 70% of our planet. It shapes our weather. It feeds billions of people. It hides mountains taller than anything on land, trenches deeper than Everest is high, and creatures that look like they belong on another planet. This world is the ocean. And even today, in the age of satellites, artificial intelligence, and space exploration, most of it remains unknown. More than 80% of the ocean has never been fully mapped, explored, or even seen by human eyes. Think about that for a moment. If 80% of the land on Earth had never been explored, we would call it the greatest mystery in human history. But because the ocean is familiar to us, because we see it on maps, fly over it in airplanes, and stand beside it on beaches, we assume we understand it. We do not. For most of human history, the ocean was not a place we explored. It was a border, a barrier, a dangerous blue wall separating one world from another. Sailors crossed its surface, but almost nobody knew what existed beneath it. Ancient maps filled unknown waters with sea monsters, whirlpools, and warnings. And in a strange way, they were not completely wrong. Because beneath the waves, the ocean becomes less like water, and more like another universe. At the surface, the sea can look peaceful, blue, open, endless. But descend just a few hundred meters, and everything begins to change. Sunlight fades, colors disappear, the temperature drops, sound behaves differently, pressure rises with every meter, and soon the world above is gone. No sky, no sunlight, no landmarks, only darkness. It is difficult to imagine a place more hostile to human life. And that is the real reason the deep ocean remains so mysterious. Not because we lack curiosity, not because nobody wants to go there, but because the ocean fights back against every attempt to enter it. On land, exploration is difficult. In space, exploration is expensive. But in the deep ocean, exploration is both difficult and expensive, and the environment actively tries to destroy the machines we send into it. A spacecraft in orbit must survive vacuum, radiation, and extreme temperatures. But a deep-sea vehicle must survive crushing pressure, total darkness, freezing water, corrosive salt, and complete isolation from GPS and normal communication. And unlike space, where signals can travel across millions of miles, radio waves do not move well through seawater. That means once a vehicle dives deep enough, it is almost alone. No easy communication. No real-time control like flying a drone. No simple rescue if something goes wrong. The deeper you go, the more the ocean becomes a locked room. And at the very bottom of that room is one of the most extreme places on Earth. The Mariana Trench. Inside it lies Challenger Deep, the deepest known point in the ocean, nearly 11,000 meters below the surface. If Mount Everest were placed inside the trench, its peak would still be covered by more than 2 kilometers of water. Only a tiny number of humans have ever reached that depth. Far fewer than the number of people who have been to space. That fact alone should make us pause. We often call space the final frontier. But maybe the final frontier has been beneath us the entire time. Because the ocean is not empty. It is not just water. It is a hidden world with its own mountains, rivers, volcanoes, forests of coral, boiling vents, alien-like animals, and ecosystems that exist without sunlight. And every time scientists descend into the deep, they find something unexpected. A new species, a strange formation, a chemical process nobody fully understood, a creature that should not survive, but does. Which raises a disturbing question. If we have explored so little of the ocean, what else is still down there? And why, after thousands of years of human civilization, after walking on the moon and photographing distant galaxies, can we still not fully explore the deep ocean? For centuries, humans believed that sunlight was essential for life. It seemed obvious. Plants needed sunlight. Animals depended on plants. Entire ecosystems revolved around the energy of the sun. Without light, there could be no life. Or so we thought. The deep ocean shattered that belief. As scientists began exploring the darkest regions of the sea, they discovered something astonishing. Life wasn't merely surviving down there. It was thriving, in complete darkness. Imagine living your entire life without ever seeing the sun. No sunrise, no blue sky, no moon, no stars. Nothing but endless blackness from the moment you are born until the day you die. To us, that sounds impossible, but for millions of species beneath the ocean, it is simply home. And to survive there, evolution has taken some truly extraordinary paths. One of the most incredible adaptations is the ability to produce light. Known as bioluminescence, this natural phenomenon allows living organisms to create their own glow through chemical reactions inside their bodies. In the deep ocean, light is one of the most valuable resources imaginable. It can attract prey, confuse predators, communicate with potential mates, or help animals disappear into the darkness itself. Scientists estimate that the majority of deep-sea creatures are capable of producing some form of bioluminescence. Imagine an entire world where nearly everything glows. Tiny flashes drift through the darkness like underwater stars. Blue pulses ripple across invisible bodies. Strange patterns flicker and vanish before they can be understood. It is less like swimming through the ocean and more like floating through a silent galaxy. Among the most famous inhabitants of this hidden world is the anglerfish. Its appearance has inspired countless science fiction monsters. A massive mouth, needle-like teeth, a body built almost entirely for hunting. Extending from its head is a flexible spine tipped with a glowing lure. In the darkness, curious prey mistake the light for food. As they swim closer, the anglerfish strikes with terrifying speed. Its jaws open wider than seems physically possible. In a place where meals are rare, every opportunity matters. Some deep-sea predators can swallow prey nearly as large as themselves because they may not eat again for weeks or even months. But the anglerfish is only the beginning. There is the goblin shark, a species so ancient that its ancestors swam the oceans while dinosaurs still ruled the earth. Its jaws remain hidden until the final moment. Then, in a fraction of a second, they shoot forward like a spring-loaded trap. For unsuspecting prey, escape is almost impossible. Then there is the barrel-eye fish. At first glance, it looks almost ordinary, until you notice its head. It is transparent. Inside the clear dome, its eyes constantly rotate upward, searching for silhouettes drifting above. For decades, scientists struggled to understand how this bizarre anatomy actually worked. Only recent advances in underwater cameras finally revealed the answer. Some discoveries remind us how little we still know. The giant squid remained little more than legend for centuries. Stories of enormous tentacled monsters attacking ships filled sailors' journals across the world. Most scientists dismissed these tales as exaggeration. Then evidence began washing ashore. Massive beaks, enormous eyes, tentacles covered in powerful suckers. Eventually, cameras captured the giant squid alive in its natural habitat. The legends had been real all along. Even today, scientists rarely encounter these mysterious animals. Most of what we know comes from brief sightings lasting only minutes. And perhaps the most astonishing feature of all is their eyes. The giant squid possesses the largest eyes of any known animal on Earth. Each one can grow larger than a basketball. In the endless darkness of the deep ocean, every tiny ray of light matters. Those enormous eyes allow the squid to detect faint movements from incredible distances, giving it precious seconds to escape predators like sperm whales. Yet not every deep-sea creature relies on hunting. Some survive in ways that once seemed scientifically impossible. Thousands of meters beneath the surface, scientists discovered hydrothermal vents. These towering underwater chimneys release superheated water rich in dissolved minerals. Temperatures near the vents can exceed 350 degrees Celsius. And yet, life flourishes all around them. Giant tube worms stretching over 2 meters long. Blind shrimp clustered together by the thousands. The deeper we explore the ocean, the more one truth becomes impossible to ignore. The greatest mysteries are not always hidden in space. Some are waiting directly beneath our feet. For thousands of years, the oceans have quietly preserved pieces of human history. Empires rose, civilizations flourished, wars were fought, trade routes connected continents, and countless ships vanished without a trace. Today, scientists estimate that more than 3 million shipwrecks rest on the ocean floor. Most have never been found. Some belong to ancient civilizations whose stories have been forgotten. Others carried priceless treasures, rare artifacts, or clues to events that changed history. Many remain exactly where they sank, untouched for centuries, not because nobody wanted to find them, but because the ocean is simply too vast. Searching the deep sea is often compared to searching for a single grain of sand in an entire desert. Even with satellites, sonar systems, autonomous underwater vehicles, and some of the most advanced technology ever created. Locating a single object can take years. Sometimes, it never happens. History has already shown us just how difficult that search can be. When the wreck of the Titanic was finally discovered in Motngin Chintrum Tamuilum, it had remained hidden beneath nearly 4 kilometers of water for more than 70 years. Despite knowing approximately where it had sunk, finding it required an international expedition, cutting-edge imaging technology, and countless hours of searching through complete darkness. If locating one of the most famous ships in history was that difficult, imagine trying to find thousands of vessels whose final positions were never recorded. But shipwrecks are only one part of the mystery. The ocean also hides landscapes that few people ever imagine. Mountain ranges longer than any on land. Underwater volcanoes still shaping the Earth's crust. Deep canyons carved over millions of years. Entire chains of seamounts rising from the abyss. Some of these mountains have never been seen directly by human eyes. We know they exist because sonar reveals their outlines through sound, not sight. It is a strange thought. There are places on our own planet that have never been photographed, never explored, never visited. They exist only as shadows on scientific maps. And perhaps the greatest mystery of all is life itself. Marine biologists believe that millions of ocean species may still be undiscovered. Every expedition seems to uncover something new. A translucent octopus unlike anything seen before. A fish with impossible anatomy. Tiny organisms capable of producing chemicals that may one day become life-saving medicines. Some of the most promising compounds used in cancer research, pain management, and antibiotic development have already come from marine organisms. The next breakthrough in medicine could be waiting at the bottom of the sea. The next revolutionary material. The next scientific discovery. The next answer to a question humanity hasn't even learned to ask. And yet, we have explored so little. Why? Because every expedition into the deep ocean demands extraordinary resources. Specialized research vessels, highly trained engineers, powerful robotic systems, years of planning, millions of dollars in funding. A single deep-sea mission can cost more than many people will earn in a lifetime. And unlike space missions, these expeditions rarely make headlines. There are no cheering crowds, no dramatic rocket launches, no visible countdowns watched by millions. Most discoveries happen quietly. A small team of scientists, staring at glowing monitors, watching images arrive from a robot, operating nearly 11 kilometers beneath the waves. Perhaps that is why the deep ocean remains one of Earth's least appreciated frontiers. It is easier to dream about distant planets than to imagine the darkness hidden beneath familiar waters. Yet every major expedition reminds us of the same remarkable fact. The unknown is not shrinking, it is expanding. Because every answer uncovers 10 new questions. Every discovery reveals another mystery. Every map exposes another blank space waiting to be explored. Maybe one day, autonomous robots will continuously patrol the ocean floor. Artificial intelligence will identify new species in real time. Advanced submarines will descend deeper than ever before. Perhaps future generations will look back at our time the way we look back at the first sailors crossing unknown seas, not as the end of explorations, but as its beginning. Until then, the deep ocean remains Earth's largest unexplored wilderness, a silent world that has existed for billions of years, a world that controls our climate, produces much of the oxygen we breathe, supports countless forms of life, and still keeps most of its secrets hidden beneath crushing darkness. We often raise our eyes toward the stars, believing the greatest discoveries lie somewhere beyond our planet. But perhaps the most extraordinary discoveries are waiting much closer to home. Beneath every wave, beyond every beam of light, far below every ship that crosses the sea, an entire world still waits to be understood. Not because it wants to remain hidden, but because reaching it is one of the greatest challenges humanity has ever faced. The ocean has always been there, silent, patient, unchanging, keeping its secrets for millions of years. The question is no longer whether those secrets exist. The question is, which one will we discover next?